Good morning. Good morning, love. It's my favorite love song. I sang it all night long. Good morning. Good morning, love. What's going on, kids? What's going on, kids? It's your girl, Fathom DJ. I know, once again, we have had our morning love sessions disrupted 2 weeks in a row, based on the fact that I have been coordinating schedules with my Jedi Pap Spencer to be able to put out more music and to also learn more about mixing and mastering. So I'm not certain if this schedule will continue on Thursday, which means I will most certainly be adjusting the day and of course the time for our morning love session. But as it stands, I'm aiming to try to keep it for Thursdays. I'll have a better idea as to what my studio schedule will be like going forward this afternoon after my session. So, as this post says, we are going to have a conversation about my thoughts after the Chicago House Festival. Everybody has their opinions. Of course, I have my own. I always do. I thought that I would, if you're available to listen in, I thought that I would open myself up to any questions that you might have, as I can help inform you in terms of marketing and promoting yourselves as DJs, entrepreneurs, and, just for people who are nosy or people who are looking to support said DJs, said music, said event in any capacity. So, what I will say to start off with is that there's tons of opportunities to complain about things on Facebook and social media in general. Complaining has a way of drawing attention. This could be a bad thing. It most certainly could work in your favor. But as I said during my other post last Thursday, you have to choose what you'd like to say wisely. And you have to do that because you want to make sure that you're not jeopardizing opportunities for yourself and or others. I had a conversation this morning with one of my Jedis who is traveling the globe. And I am correct. As he has confirmed for me that some of us are making others of us look bad as it pertains to opportunities for Chicago. Now, that does not mean necessarily that opportunities for DJs who play house music outside of our city are jeopardized. But they could be. So, of course, I'm always interested in learning. I'm also interested in sharing what I learn, and that is the reason why I'm sharing the information with you as I can. I won't always be able to share everything, but as I have information that I think you could use to further in your plight as an entrepreneur, as a DJ, as a producer, as a supporter, I will try my best to pass the information along to you. And of course, if you cannot listen to this, you can hopefully reference it later, which is why I've chosen this platform to talk on. So, oh my God. So it's officially summer here in Chicago. There's tons of construction. And there is also cotton flying. And I'm already rolling around looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's so much fun. But hopefully you can hear my voice. I will be away from construction shortly, so that should help. Anyway, so the conversation goes like this. I had challenges spinning on the stage that we were on. I think in hindsight, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I'm very grateful to have had the courage, I have to say, to step out of my normal comfort zone and playing in Serato, and allowing myself to represent differently. And as I understand, this is ridiculous. Anyway, as I understand now, it is very, very important for us to step out of our comfort zones in order to prepare for opportunities, regardless to fear. So there were some challenges with the equipment, and that didn't necessarily make me comfortable, but I was very, very happy that I took my suggestions from my Jedi brother and prepared not only a thumb drive but an actual physical CD to be able to play, because the links were not correct. The link on one of the CDJs wasn't working, and so it wouldn't read to reference my one thumb drive. So either that means you're taking a few thumb drives, or you're taking CDs and a thumb drive just in case. I'm going to be as specific as I can about the information. The stage that I was located on was the Park Grill stage. That stage was perfect for me. Perfect for several reasons. Number one, if I had been on the bigger stage, the biggest stage, because there were 4, I wouldn't have been able to see people. I was able to make direct eye contact with the people who decided to come towards me to dance and to share energy. I was able to shake hands with people who came to the stage. I was able to look up and see people who were looking down from the bean to the area that I was DJing in. Hopefully they were able to hear. And that was hugely important. People don't think about the concept of the smaller stage being intimate and direct. And occasionally one wants to be intimate and direct to be able to transmit that energy that a DJ is to transmit. I'm also very, very grateful to the Creator for allowing me to get away from the screen of Serato, because getting away from the screen of Serato made me feel freer. And when I say freer, I'm saying that because I wasn't staring and looking for tracks. I wasn't caught up in the screen, and I was able to dance. And dancing on a stage like that either is going to work one or two ways for a DJ on a stage, in my opinion. Either you're going to hire dancers to dance with you on the stage, potentially dance in front of the stage to draw people in, or you're gonna move. I like the idea of seeing a DJ really enjoy the set. It helps with the transferring of energy. This has to be said because lots of people don't dance for several reasons. Some of them don't know how in the real world. Some of them haven't engaged dancing spaces in a while. And if they see you or me as the DJ into the set, knowing the words, stepping back from the tables, and moving, hopefully that will help those people get into the DJ's music and performance. I had a few challenges. The DJ before me, I heard from my comrades, who some of them I knew, that played before him, said that he wasn't very nice. And, you know, nice is subjective. They were right, though. They were right because I came up to the stage, I introduced myself, I asked him a few questions about the equipment, and you know, he doesn't know me, so you know, he doesn't have to be jumping up and down and hugging and all that stuff. I didn't expect that. But when I came back and it was time to switch off, he had all of these questions. I thought it was interesting. His questions were, what's your name? And that's fair. Do you produce music? And where do you play in the city? And those questions did not have to be considered an interview. But I think, and this is spirit, and I don't ever question spirit when I feel it. Spirit led me to believe the reason why he had 1,000 questions was because he was trying to figure out why I was playing behind him, which means he was opening for me in that way. And when you play festivals, when you play events in general, you have an opportunity to reach people. Whomever is there to hear your set, even if they're not in front of you, even if they're not, if you can't see them, you don't know who's watching. You don't know who's listening. You don't know who's going to love your set and potentially reference you for other opportunities. Having said that, everybody creates the climate for a successful event. No DJ is better or worse than any other DJ simply because they played the opening set or the closing set, as I see it. It's just a matter of being put where the programmers put you for the reasons that the programmers decide to put you there, and you playing your position. Your goal and my goal is to always provide the best experience for those who will end up coming to listen to you. And I'm transmitting this information to you right now because there's someone who's going to Google me and find this information out, regardless to whether I'm on this earth or somewhere else at some point. And hopefully they will have an easier time navigating in these spaces. A lot of us have information that we don't share amongst each other. And what you don't want to do if you're concerned about future DJs and the community, you definitely don't want to have people ass out and not understanding the dynamics upon which they work. If they reach out to you to ask you questions, there's an opportunity for you to teach. If they don't reach out to ask you questions specifically, you still have an opportunity to teach. And I think that's one of the things that podcasts and live conversations via whatever stream you choose can help people who are interested in learning. Of course, festival season is among us, and there are a lot of people being booked for festivals. What I will say to you about festivals and being booked to play them is, do not accept or donate your services for these opportunities. And I say opportunities in quotations. Because if you play for free, then we won't get our fee. There's a very popular block party that's set to happen very soon in the city of Chicago. As far as I understand, they pretty much don't have a budget to pay any of the local DJs or artists who perform, but they do have a budget to bring other out-of-town DJs in to perform. You don't want to be disrespected for your craft. If you see it as your craft, regardless to how they choose to compensate you. Now, there are tons of ways you can be compensated. If you're not seeking financial compensation, you might get a gift certificate or gift card. Some people may give you quality photos from their event. Some people will add your information to their websites and help promote what you do. Some people will add your events that you do to their websites, and maybe they will circulate your events through their mailing lists. You should have some kind of idea as to what you could gain by donating your services. And I've said this before. If you donate your services and you have a business, then whatever fee you decide to charge, or you would normally charge, you should be able to write that off on your taxes. So if your set for whatever block party is going to be 2 hours long and your fee would be $100 an hour, then that's $200 that you should be able to write off as a donation to said if they're a non-for-profit agency, then they should be able to hand you some sheet, some legal document that says that you donated your services and those services are worth a particular amount. And then you can, keep that information so that when your tax time comes, you can hand that to your accountant. And the hope is that you can write some of that donation of services off. In essence, don't work for free, or we won't ever get our fee, period. And if that means you have to turn down an opportunity to play in front of 1 trillion people, or how many ever people the festival might garner, if that festival can pay for a stage, sound system, a sound engineer, and these types of things, then, and as well as paying out-of-town talent to come in and, pay for their room and board, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get some kind of compensation locally. We have to be concerned about being respected for what we bring to the table locally. If you just out here, I just want to play, that comes from a space of desperation, and I don't really think that you want to come from a space of desperation. That's my opinion. One of two things will happen. Either you won't get opportunities, which is okay because you can make opportunities. There's always room to make your own opportunities, to market and promote yourself, to create your own events, to draw your own crowds. If the events, talent bookers, buyers, and such get the feeling that they don't ever want to pay you, then you have other angles to be able to create those opportunities. You can make music, and music is most certainly a way to get bookings. If you put out a really good body of work, then people will seek you and hopefully the people that you work with on those projects to play for them live at some point. That should be the goal. If you're not a producer, but a DJ, then you can promote all of your mixes and all of your work. You most certainly can, hand out flyers and CDs and such at those events where other DJs will play for free. You can go to the event and promote yourself. You don't have to perform. I might have to go live on my Facebook page to have this conversation because I think it's important. And as it stands, I got pretty much a half an hour before I'm actually early to my session. So to wrap things up, after I finished my set, I walked around. People seemed to be having a really good time. We had a really, good crowd, I think, of people there that were supporting the festival and all the DJs that were playing. I thought that was really dope. I did not stay for Louis Vega because I had to DJ at Tantrum. I'm probably not going to, I don't need to mention to you what I saw that I thought was inappropriate behavior from one of Chicago's DJs. What I will say is, to every DJ, if you're done on the stage, then I think, and this is just my opinion, you ain't got to listen to me. I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. Don't listen. If you're not performing, then I think that you should get off the stage and away from the DJ booth or stage. That's just my opinion. Running out during a musician's performance and standing in the DJ booth says to me that you want to be seen. And if you did not get seen during your set, then you missed your opportunity. That's me though, I'm not trying to take limelight from people who deserve the limelight. I also don't necessarily always want to be disturbed, especially if I'm concentrating when I'm DJing. I think musicians won't necessarily like to be disturbed when they're concentrating on live performance. It's my personal opinion. Overall, I think the festival was a success. I think, as far as I could tell, the patrons had a really good time. It looked like some of the DJs were having a good time. And at the end of the the event. That's really all that matters. So that's my take for this year and the Chicago House Festival. As many DJs as we have in the city of Chicago as it stands, if one gets booked to play twice, then that's not luck. That's God. And that's a blessing. It's a blessing either way. But if you get called back to do it again, then somebody really likes you and what you're doing, and it's great. If you don't, then you might want to go and support whomever is on the lineup for that year, because the music is important, and DJs and that music need encouragement. So that's my take. And of course, as I said earlier, if you're interested in listening to music for the next couple hours, you can go to my mixcloud.com/FathomDJ. That's mixcloud.com/FathomDJ. I've posted a new mix that hasn't been promoted or referenced from a set that I did for Vocalo Radio. And I'm pretty proud of the interview and the mix, so you can reference the interview and that mix if you are interested. And that, my friends, is all I have for you today for this morning love session. I will chat you next Thursday in hopes to be sitting at a desk playing some tunes for you. Cosmic kisses and well wishes to your day and your week. It's your girl Fathom DJ. I will be at Tantrum, which is 1023 South State in the South Loop of Chicago this Saturday, and I will be at Bureau Bar, which is also in the South Loop at 75 East 16th, and I will be there on Sunday starting at 6 p.m. Take care. Space.